Turn that off. All right. So, I was thinking about absolutes that happen if you don't get sober or if you continue to use drugs or alcohol or gambling or pornography or whatever is your vice. All of us lie to ourselves and make deals with ourselves and go, well, I just won't, say you're watching pornography. Well, I just won't watch it until Wednesday and I'll kind of wean myself off. Same thing with pills or booze or anything. But there are some absolute things that happen that are pretty much absolutes and guarantees that if you continue this pattern, that you will eventually, you'll lose your relationships that are close with you. Eventually people will just get tired of dealing with you, You'll lose family. You'll lose children. You'll lose, your job. You'll lose yourself in this process. You'll do things that, I've had people that started out with just getting a wisdom tooth out that are now dead and were, pretty successful people, but they weren't successful in this because they were in denial. And that's where a lot of people are today, including us in recovery and active users and even family, I can guarantee you that if you think that this is going to go away, it doesn't go away. Everybody, including myself, thinks that they're going to do this alone. No one has ever done this alone successfully. I'll just tell you. And if they are, I would really question their whole shit. Do you know what I mean? You need to be accountable to to people and responsible. But eventually, you will lose your life. Make no mistake about it. I don't care if it's even pornography. I've had people that I knew that were addicted to pornography that I went to high school with. They started losing their life, their wife. They get fired from a job for looking at it. They can't stop. Successful, like people in the Air Force. Friend made $170,000 a year. Same thing. You know what I mean? Could not stop. Beautiful wife, everything. One guy ended up killing himself. Another guy I know ended up killing himself from, it all stemmed from pornography. So that's the one thing when you're doing this stuff, it may not seem like having a couple drinks every night is going to really lead to anything. Friend of mine, she got word that her sister died. First thing she said is, I'm going to the bar directly after work. That's what, we do. You know what I mean? So you need to educate yourself and learn other tactics and have a therapeutic relationship with, people that are qualified to help you, like you really, and that's the hardest thing for people is, saying, I remember sitting with my mom, we were at the coffee shop, and I just remember saying, I don't even feel comfortable enough saying that this is beyond my control and I need help. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I need help. Same thing with my dad. Never felt comfortable enough to do it, I was in outpatient and I left because I was going to get ready to move down here. And I ended up doing coke, then smoking crack, then snorting pills with a friend of mine for a couple of days and having to call up my counselor that I said I need to come back, and she said, okay, and I was so surprised at how easy it was. I was dreading making that phone call. I was crying on the phone. I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. And that's what this stuff does to you, You're going to be surprised if you've never been to meetings, the people that you are going to meet are just like you. You're going to meet people that come from all different walks of life. It affects everybody. You're not alone in this. You know what I mean? Like you have to, that's the hardest part about it is you have to find help while you're needing help and while you're in real bad shape. I've been out on the streets here and people go and they go get help and they come back to the streets, and that's the one other thing is you can, you're not guaranteed sobriety because you went to rehab. But I guarantee you, if you want it, and you work hard enough for it and you're sincere, and that's the key thing, because I meet a lot of people and they're still in them early stages. It could be for years they're in that stage where they're not sincere with their shit. So, just as long as you know what you're getting involved in, it eventually takes a toll on everybody around you, and then it takes you.